These particular women blow my mind. They were sex workers, but they only did sex work with women.
Yes! Yeah!
I love vaginas. I love women. Women pay me to dominate them, to excite them, to make them come. I did not start out like this. No. To the contrary, I started out as a lawyer, but then in my late 30s, I became obsessed with making women happy. It began as a mission of sorts, but then I got involved in it. I got very good at it, kind of brilliant. It was my art. I started getting paid for it. It was as if I had found my calling.
I wore outrageous outfits when I dominated women. Lace and silk and leather, and I used props, whips, handcuffs, rope, dildos. There was nothing like this in tax law. There were no props, no excitement, and I hated those blue corporate suits, although I wear them now from time to time in my new line of work, and they serve quite nicely. There were no props in corporate law. No wetness, no dark, mysterious foreplay, no erect nipples, no delicious mouths, but mainly, there was no moaning. Not the kind I'm talking about anyway. This is the key I see now. Moaning is the thing that ultimately seduced me and got me addicted to making women happy. When I was a little girl and I would see women in the movies making love, making strange orgasmic noises, I used to laugh. I got strangely hysterical. I could not believe that big, ungoverned sounds like that came out of women.
I longed to moan. I practiced in front of the mirror on a tape recorder, moaning in various keys and various tones. But always when you played it back, it sounded fake. It was fake. It wasn't rooted in anything sexual, really. Only my desire to be sexual.
But then when I was 10, I had to pee really badly once. On a car trip. It went on for almost an hour, and when I finally got to pee in this dirty little gas station, it was so exciting. I moaned. I moaned as I peed. I couldn't believe it. Me moaning in this Texaco station in the middle of Louisiana. It was then that I realized that moans are about not getting what you want right away, with putting things off. Moans were best when they caught you by surprise, came out of this hidden, mysterious part of you that was speaking its own language. I realized that moans were, in fact, that language.
I became a moaner. It made most men anxious, and frankly, it terrified them. I was loud, and they couldn't concentrate on what they were doing, and they would lose focus, and then they'd lose everything. We couldn't make love in people's homes. The walls were too thin. I got a reputation in my building, and people stared at me with contempt in the elevator. Men thought I was too intense. Some called me insane. I began to feel bad about my moan. I got quiet and polite, learned to choke my moan, hold it back like a sneeze, made noise into a pillow. I began getting headaches and stress-related disorders, and I was becoming desperate when I discovered women.